Dirty C, aka Crystal like the champagne, aka Crystal. Yes. To my right, we have Mr.
Geeky. I'm your Geeks favorite geek. I'm fast and the geekiest. And long live the geek in all of us.
Long live the geek. Wow. Can you see me? Can you see me? To my left.
Rome with me, owner operator of the Geeks Haven. Just keep it simple and just call me Rome.
Then we have.
Hi, my name is Amelia, aka Miss O. I will give you my little bit of knowledge on, what we talk about.
And the queen.
Hi, I am Danelle. I am the founder of Excellence and Ambition.
Oh, hell, the queen.
Find us on Facebook and Instagram. Follow our YouTube page, website as well. 501c3 organization. If you can donate, please donate. We help young people in Baltimore City. So help us out.
Please.
Yes.
Please. Okay, so our first episode we decided to talk about the Disney MCU merger universe of these TV shows. We're going to talk about Wandavision, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and Loki in their respective place in the MCU. And yeah, that's what we're going to do. So I have a little list of questions we're going to talk about, guys.
Okay.
Because I'm prepared.
Sit back and relax.
First question, and we could just hop in. Nobody feel like they have to wait to be called on anything. Okay. First question is, have you seen all the shows yet?
Yes.
Most.
This is a great start, guys. This start is great.
I liked it. Be proud of me.
Good job, everybody, for participating.
Yes.
Do you guys like the shows as a whole?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm enjoying them.
Does any show stand out more than any other show?
Loki.
I would put it Loki, then the Soldier one.
And then Wandavision?
And then Wandavision.
I would go Loki, WandaVision, then the Falcon.
I would do Wandavision.
I'm
Loki,
Wandavision,
Falcon.
Loki, Falcon.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to do a short synopsis of each show, I guess. Anybody want to jump in and do it, or Crystal can do it?
Go, man. We'll pick you up where you fall.
Crystal can do it. Okay, so I'll start with WandaVision.
We'll pick you up where you fall.
I appreciate it. I need my team, y'all. WandaVision. WandaVision is about Wanda.
Come on, you got it.
It's something like that, though, right? Russian name?
Mm-hmm.
Rhonda. So Wanda and Vision are in the regular MCU movies. All of them are really, but they're like part of the main Avenger niggas.
Yeah.
Vision died.
Yeah.
Spoiler. Vision died.
It's a lot of spoilers.
If y'all don't know this by now,
don't watch
something wrong with y'all.
Turn this off.
Something wrong with y'all if y'all don't know this by now.
Watch it.
Spoil the shit out of everything you like.
Why did you click this? If you don't even know, man, why you even click this?
So yeah, Vision died in Infinity Wars at the end, like the first real big death that we got from dealing with Thanos ass.
Died twice.
I mean, twice. It was bad.
First he blows up into millions of pieces, put back together. He has his whole forehead ripped out.
No. First he was killed by his love.
Exactly.
She had to kill him.
Boo-hoo-hoo.
She was trying to kill him to save us. To save all of us.
Then Thanos bitch ass brung him back.
Rewind
And then
that.
killed him again.
Give me this. This thing that's in your forehead, I need that more than you. I'm going to just take this. I'm not just going to pluck it, but I'm going to grab your whole forehead.
You have to define it as
He did. He took
and twist.
his whole
I didn't even hear that.
Yeah. His whole forehead and twist, turn, and pull.
So, Wanda, as a result, who they're together, they're in a love thing. As a result, Wanda goes into this big depression. Shit is horrible for her. She finds this. She goes and takes his body from where it was being researched on, and takes him. Well, that's what we think.
She stole it from the government.
Yeah, we think that's what happens, but that's not exactly what happens. Take him to this town and creates a bubble around the town, and in her mind creates this universe that kind of shelters her from the reality of losing him. Throughout the show, they go from decade to decade. Each show is a different decade of like TV. So we have like the 50s and the 60s, and then the Baby Brunch time and Dick Van Dyke time, and then basically they move up to kind of current
Malcolm in the Middle.
and then like Modern Family. And while we're traveling through the times, things are happening in this town.
The ripple effects.
The ripple effects, basically, that affect every neighbor that live in this town. They become a part of her, like, brain control.
Like the town people are brainwashed.
They're brainwashed, but they're in the sunken place because they notice. They know they're in there. They just can't do anything.
Sunken place.
It's fucking crazy.
They're in pain.
They're in pain.
They can feel the pain.
They're thinking about their family. They're supposed to be taken care of. It's really like they did a great job.
Yeah.
They held hostage.
Yeah.
In the end, the townspeople are kind of rebelling. What's the name of the organization that Monica's in?
Not
It's
Shield.
not
Sword.
Shield.
They're Sword.
Sword. Sword?
Sword. Don't you say
Sword.
Sword.
I'm from Baltimore. Sword, my nigga.
Earn the iron.
Earn the iron. We all from Baltimore. How you want to say it?
Sword.
Sword.
Are we sure?
It's a W.
It's a W in
It's a
it.
W in it.
Damn
Sword.
English.
Sword.
Damn English.
Monica, who is the child of sis from Captain Marvel. Can't remember her name. But Monica is a part of Sword.
Rambo.
Monica Rambo is part of Sword. And so is my man, Pac. Asian guy.
He cool.
Did I do a face like Asian face?
Yes, you
I'm going
did.
to edit that out.
Yes, you should.
To my Asian brethren.
I think he's like Agent Lou.
His last name is Black. Is Pac, though. I know that.
Yeah, but he's like Agent Lou on the show, I think.
And I liked how she we're recording, baby. You're the corn dog king while we're recording, and I'm gonna leave it in there. Go upstairs, please. Thank you.
All hail the corn dog king.
And I like how she was, even when they did like the it was actually all the long song, and they showed like all these things she was doing. It didn't really. It was subtle.
I loved it.
I like that. You know, up until it got like overt when she killed kidnapped the kids and killed the dog.
That was too much.
You know what I really enjoyed about the show?
What, the killing the
is
dog?
when they made
in the end,
modern things into that timeline.
Yeah.
Like when the guy, he come in there with the biosuit and he comes out
beekeeper.
as a beekeeper.
That was so dope.
Like, I love that kind of
that
stuff.
They did a great
I
job.
think
Like,
one of my
Medusa.
My favorite character is, well, not really one person, but the townspeople.
Yeah.
Because it was funny seeing them just acting in each time
the town
period.
itself was a
And
great
then,
character.
Yes. He definitely was
And
an
then, like, when
unspoken
she
character.
would lose control and the people would kind of like come out of it, like, yo, like, what's
Like,
going
get out.
on?
Oh, yeah.
And then she put him back under and they like go back to the time period they was in, like.
But
Like,
again, Agatha played that scene well.
Mm-hmm.
When she was in the car, she was
Do
acting
you
like she was
think
under
that Agatha,
Agatha.
We know what you're talking
Agatha,
about.
in that scene when she's talking to Vision and she's in the car, spoiler, and she like comes out of it. Was that like Agatha? Was she acting or was she like actually like?
I think
Under
she
her
was
own-
acting.
Because she had been going in and out.
Yeah,
I believe she
It's
was
possible.
going in.
yeah.
When I first
it was
seen
times
it-
when she had control over it.
Yeah.
I was like, when I first seen it, I thought she was under her spell. But then when you rewatch, it's like, oh,
She was playing.
you was
She
playing,
did good
playing.
though.
You remember
if she
that
was
one
playing.
scene and then she like, oh, are we doing this? All right.
Yeah. Are we retaking it? Something that we're gonna do to take again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Like, we're gonna do a
never
redo.
mind, girl, never mind.
Yeah.
Okay. Favorite character arc. So I guess when I wrote that, I meant like from the beginning of the season to the end, we can see where Wanda, when she first got to the well, at this point we didn't know that she was inside of the town. So when we first met her, she was just kind of like Betsy, not really knowing what's going on.
Yeah.
And towards the end of the show, you can tell that she was legit, deliberately controlling people. And how that made you feel about the character. I guess
You
that's
mean
what I
in the
meant.
middle?
How did she go about?
I think that's what I meant by the arc, like a character arc. Like at the beginning, you can see how
Okay.
Vision was just a dopey husband,
Yeah.
and by the end, he was making intentional things to try to get the townspeople out. Remember, he put the kids to bed because he knew that the shit was coming.
Yeah.
Like he had intention. I think that's what I meant when I asked the question about the favorite character arc.
Yeah.
Does anybody have a favorite character arc?
And that I think it would be Darcy.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be Darcy.
Mm-hmm.
Since the beginning where she was still on her Thor
Mm-hmm.
type space.
Mm-hmm. When they first picked
When
her
they
up.
first,
Mhm.
yeah. When they first picked her up, that
Mm-hmm.
that Darcy, and then as the show went on, she became like
A part of this person
yeah.
in this universe, whatever. Because she was real just Thor
Yeah.
before this, and now she's like, oh nope, I'm a part of the rest of
The
this
whole
universe as
thing,
well.
right.
Yeah.
I agree, but not just her in general, but like the agent, him, and
Yeah.
like you said, Monica.
Yeah, I
and
was about to say Rambo because she was just coming back from
just
the
all
snap.
these
and-
characters that she
Yeah, I was about to say,
Yeah.
Monica's
She
probably
was-
my favorite.
Yeah.
Monica was just coming back from the snap.
Didn't know what
But
happened
I'm
to
gonna
her
see my actually like a favorite
Right.
scene because that was the craziest episode.
Because I feel like when it comes to Wanda and Vision, they just had to snap out of it and they went back to who they were. You know what I mean? There was no
'Cause
like
all these other characters were secondary
transition.
and thirdary characters in other series, and they all brought them into one.
Yeah.
So then they kind of become their own characters once they get into the show.
Again, that's to me, it's the flex of Disney.
Yeah.
Not even Marvel's flex, like Disney's flex. Like, hey, we
You know
have
how to
control
write.
of all of your
you
life,
know how to write.
Yeah.
everything you love, right here.
Why go anywhere else?
Why do anything else? That was a real flex of Disney, I think,
Oh yeah.
to bring everybody together,
Oh, yeah.
including stuff that was not even a part of like this universe yet.
Oh yeah.
Least favorite character,
Them damn children.
The general.
Them
Child.
children.
But the general is an evil person, so like you're not supposed to like
He
him.
still got on my nerves.
Yeah.
Like the
I want to see them
kids,
children
I didn't,
too.
I
They got on
didn't,
my fucking
I
nerves.
didn't care for, but I actually liked one more than the other.
Both of them niggas got on my nerves.
Like the one that had the whole psychic thing. I'm looking at you like,
Like I said, I enjoy seeing the kids
No.
because they become once you read the books and everything, they become major characters later on down the road.
Okay.
but later on, not right now.
But you know,
And the fact that they had him in the costume.
I'm not
Yeah,
sure
it was
if,
kinda
if
thing
they
for
were
me, but-
necessary.
I think they had to have them there because
They wouldn't want
they
to
come
have
later
that
on.
regular
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
Universe
Okay.
building. There's always universe building.
Oh,
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I like that they had that they eventually did get powers. I think that's the part that annoyed me the most. It's how you amongst all this
yeah,
Shenanigans.
brilliance.
Yeah.
and you
And you don't
just
have nothing.
regular
Some
kids.
annoying ass kids.
some annoying ass kids. So towards the end, they got better for me. But yeah, they was.
Not you wrong.
I don't think I really had any characters that I didn't like.
That's good.
Like it was
That's
it was
good.
all around good for me.
Okay. Well, I'm with you with the children got on my damn nerves, but I'm admitting to myself that I don't really like a lot of children characters and things. I realized like over like doing this show, and I got a couple other shows, guys. I'm gonna plug them at the end. I've realized that in most of my reviews, I'm like, them damn kids get my goddamn.
I love
Wait,
kids
is
usually.
it-
Like I
is
felt
it-
like that with Raising Dion. I
Is it
didn't
the
like.
kid?
I
couldn't stand
So
him.
is it
He
the
was
kid?
bad,
Is it the
but-
kid or the way the kid is written?
I think it's a combination of both.
Okay.
Because
right, not the kid, not the actor.
yeah,
Exactly.
because
But how they
the
use
kid. If we're just gonna use Raising Dion as an example, the kid from the original pilot, what about the video? I like that little boy. I think he was enduring and stuff, and he was just being a kid. Where the Dion that made it to the actual movie was just annoying. He was whiny, he didn't
Unnecessary.
listen. You know, like it was just too
I
much.
love that little boy.
Yo, child. I guess we'll talk about that. This is the whole show.
He needed his whole
He needed
ass.
his ass whooped. But I think it was like, he needed his ass
But
whooped.
some
not
of y'all don't
because he was
believe
annoying.
in disciplining your child no more.
I believe in discipline, but I ain't got to beat him to do that. But you know, wait, this is not a political podcast. Favorite acting.
Vision.
Again, the townspeople
Yeah.
going in and out, and
Especially the scene with Vision and the coworker.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm about to say
They're like-
now, when you say the townspeople, are you also including Agatha, or is she by
Probably not.
herself?
Probably the ones that's not connected to
Because
the central story.
remember,
just the
Yeah.
at
extra
first you
Yeah.
thought she was a
Well,
townspeople.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Before you
if you were
found out she's
extra in the
acting.
background, but there's a lot, if you got the role to be an
But
extra
like,
in the background, you actually did some
Let me
acting.
see, like the
Yeah.
townspeople.
They did.
It
be
wasn't
like,
like, oh, you just walk past in the
Yeah.
background.
No.
you
Like
had
the
to walk
person that
past
Vision
it.
worked
And
with.
be like in both.
Yeah.
Who else?
Yeah.
The black guy, the neighbor, the black guy.
Yeah.
Yes, when they were standing at the gate,
Yeah.
and the
No,
shit happened.
my
And yo, this
favorite-
was like, going to barbecue.
No, my favorite part of the townspeople was literally Halloween night.
Yeah.
Especially when they went
But
further
all
out
of
of town
us
and
had
they
a whole
literally
bunch
had to
of
be like,
kids.
Yes.
Yo,
yes. They had to like fake being glitches.
Yes, that was amazing.
They did great. That is true. The town in and of itself, like you said, the town and the people in the town.
Now, man, anybody that was involved in the returning from the blip, any of that?
My favorite scene, but that's the same thing.
Yes,
I agree with you.
Like it's so crazy because you see it when it happens in the movie. Then you see a little bit of the return in Spider-Man, but to see it in like that type of motion, like it is crazy. People just popping up in the hallways.
It was mind blowing.
Don't know what's going on.
Exactly.
I thought about in that scene, and it's not even really about the acting, but in that scene, I just thought about the niggas that was in airplanes that are now popping up in the fucking ocean or in the air.
I told
pulling me to the ground.
More than half the people went away.
They died anyway. You died the first, you blipped, and then you died when you came back because you were in the middle of the goddamn on a cruise ship or something.
Crash or something.
And the cruise ain't there no more.
Oh yeah, they ain't showing you that part. Disney don't got to show you that.
But remember, we had that conversation
when Sam
before.
Jackson was disappearing?
Yeah.
They showed the helicopter crash into the building?
Yes.
Them dudes was in the helicopter.
When they came back flying to the side of the building.
And then,
Well, technically, they might be in the building now. You don't know.
but then,
That too.
look, it was
Like
probably the
space-time.
pilot that disappeared.
Yeah.
Everybody else was on the helicopter, just
died.
crashed in the helicopter.
They
died in
died.
the helicopter
So
crash.
more than half the universe died.
And people who like when you blip back, let's say like this wasn't here when you blipped, and now like it's
back.
there now and now it's a part of me.
Yeah.
Like I blipped inside of the ottoman.
Yeah.
Because Monica blipped in the
Back in the
hospital.
hospital.
Yeah,
when
back
she
in the
was
When
chair.
last time she remember her mother was laying in bed. Come back.
Like she
been
was
told her
visiting
mother
or
was
something.
dead.
Yeah. That's true. All the actors that was like, oh, and then it was chaos at the hospital.
Yes.
She tried to go back to work. They was like, this badge don't work, sis.
Exactly.
You can't come in here.
Yeah, man. We thought you was gone.
Like, man, we really thought you was coming back to work?
We thought you quit.
Manifest.
Yep. I ain't seen that yet either.
Okay. Boom, boom,
Yeah, I
boom,
wanna
boom,
watch
boom.
that too.
I think that's kind of good for WandaVision. Okay, so next is Falcon and the Winter Soldier. You want to give a synopsis for Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
No, but I will.
You want to give a synopsis?
Okay, I'll give it a try.
You better let one of them do it. I'm gonna mess it all the way up.
I was
So
out.
pretty much, look.
Oh, you got it?
So this is what you got.
Let them
So
do it together.
as after the events of Endgame, where Sam gets the shield from Cap, and Cap decides, I'm just gonna be an old ass man and sit here on the sideline. So
He went back for love.
No,
Exactly.
thank you.
Love is in everything, kid. Second of all, then you got Bucky.
my husband.
Bucky is trying to get. Bucky's torn. Bucky is torn because he misses Steve and their relationship,
And all the people he killed.
exactly.
He's
So
just-
he's
tortured.
rehabbing.
He's tortured.
Yes.
Tortured soul.
So that's pretty much what the whole show is about, is them getting over the fact that Bucky is struggling with the lives that he's taken, and Sam is struggling with the responsibility that he now has.
That he gave away
That
to
he-
the government.
Yeah.
They was supposed to
He
have, but
gave
he
it
gave
away
away.
to the
Yeah.
government.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
So now the government wants to create a new Captain America with the shield that Sam just gave away.
Yeah.
So they came up with, what, U.S. agent?
The U.S.
He's Captain
douchebag.
America.
He's Captain America at first. He's Captain America first.
Until he
Fucking
becomes
bold, like
yeah.
that ginger ale. Captain America bold.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
And so
He
that's
ain't quite ginger ale.
And so now they're
General
going to
Bold.
adventure trying to find
Hi.
the secret soldier serum that's released in the world. They're
Yes.
trying to find that to bring that back because somebody wants to use it. So now they
Yes.
got to get the help from the Baron.
Yeah.
Then
Translation.
they got
Only
locked
the U.S.
up.
can have the super serum. Is what the show is about.
Basically.
Huh.
Right.
What?
Yeah.
We don't share weapons,
We don't share.
Exactly.
biological
We will sell them.
this whole
Exactly.
thing. No.
but we don't share them.
Again, this is not a local podcast.
Not the podcast, my bad, y'all.
So yeah.
So,
Which is
yeah,
okay.
the
So what you
Baron
got?
came in there. and
Yes,
stuff.
Barrett. They did so good with the Barrett.
Yeah, they did.
Respect.
It's very rare that you see that they do great with a character who has no abilities whatsoever.
Just there.
Like
The
he's
villain to
just
be a
a
villain.
brilliant.
Gave him the costume and everything.
Yes,
like
he's great. Everything was
They
awesome.
didn't make his look different. They
No.
kept the look from the comic books.
Even the swag that they created for the character fit the character. It was just well done, well done.
Disney, Marvel, universe.
Yeah, just awesome. Just
How did
awesome.
it end? Did y'all go over the ending?
It's just a bunch of fighting and,
Yeah.
and
My
fist
girl from
throwing
Beat got in
and-
there.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Then some explosions, some people died.
Yeah.
Bucky got better in his head.
Yeah.
Falcon got the shield back and got a whole new suit.
He looked great. He looked great.
Yeah.
He looked great.
And then the more the story, Falcon is now
Yeah.
Captain
Yeah.
America.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, didn't
Which he
mention the
should
black
have been
guy.
in the first place.
Oh,
the first he wasn't the first black Captain America.
No.
He was the second.
Yeah.
The first one, they messed him over.
Yes.
Isaiah
Screwed him
Bradley.
over. The government.
Yes.
Yeah, again.
Elijah.
Elijah.
Yeah.
There goes
they-
that government.
Yeah, he was just a test subject
Yeah.
for the Secret Soldier Center.
Exactly.
They always test on the black
They
man
didn't put him in
first.
jail.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
tested on him. They had him be Captain America for 30 years, then they put him in jail.
Yeah.
Disrespect.
And then all they did while he was in jail was take
Keep
blood
on
from him to
testing
give to
on
other soldiers.
To create the serum, right?
Yeah.
That could be used to other people.
Yeah.
Right.
Like they always do.
Like
Black people.
Henrietta Lacks. If you don't know, Google it.
Exactly. She's a fan. She's a supporter of the show.
Not a political podcast.
Not a political podcast.
But yeah, but like I said, like him, he was probably my favorite actor of that show.
Yeah.
Wait, you jumping?
You jumping?
No, wait.
Is your phone jumping?
No, you're jumping.
You're jumping.
Wait, never mind. You said your favorite character?
Yeah.
You were right. You're
Jumping,
jumping.
jumping.
Go ahead. Your favorite character. Go
No,
ahead.
Elijah just
Yeah.
like there's always that history that a lot of people don't know. Like a lot of kids, they don't know about Elijah. Like all they know is that Steve Rogers was Captain America and he was Captain America until Bucky, and then Bucky, and after Bucky it was Sam. But all this stuff, it all has a beginning, and that's what people like to ignore a lot of times. But he was like, "Look, I'm here, and I'm in Baltimore."
Baltimore,
Yes, they did. I love that.
So yeah,
that was my best,
yeah,
my
so
favorite
that-
thing.
yeah.
They had a whole bunch of scenes just like
They
in
did.
Baltimore.
In Baltimore.
Like, oh wait, they just at the hub.
Exactly.
People from
eat-
Baltimore
they eat
looking at the
bread
video
with
trying to
bread.
figure out
They
what
eat
street
bread.
they on.
They
Like,
cooking out on
what
that
street is that?
They had a deleted scene of Sam trying to order a chicken box. It was
Yeah.
so good.
Yeah.
So good. They did, and I'm just making that up, but it was fun.
I mean, like it would have been dope. Though.
Yeah.
We're gonna make that skit.
yeah, so let me get a chicken box and half for Captain America.
Salt, pepper, ketchup.
Yeah.
Salt, pepper, ketchup.
Yeah.
Favorite
Hot
characters.
sauce.
Favorite
Have a little bit of
characters?
noise.
Favorite characters.
Favorite characters. I kind of liked the when they made the other dude Captain America, but his sidekick.
Yeah, the other black guy.
Battlestar.
Yeah,
Battlestar.
because he was just trying to be that loyal friend.
He was, yeah.
He was just
He
trying to be
was.
that loyal
He
friend.
trying to be supportive.
The show support
But he was
and
his
be
handler.
helpful.
He was.
Yeah.
And yeah,
He did the best he could.
he did the
Yeah.
best he could.
Once
He
they got rid of him, man.
yeah, he was just trying to be there.
I mean, me.
Like,
He'll turn immediately.
They let the leash off that dog and he was gone.
Yeah,
Real bad.
It was bad. Y'all know who my favorite was.
I'm gonna say my favorite character was Bucky, not for the fact that he was a Winter Soldier,
Yeah.
for the fact I like how he was carrying Falcon. Like, oh, Steve gave you the responsibility and you just
turned
threw
your
it out
back
the
on
window.
He definitely
So-
threw it in his face like multiple times.
Every
Yeah.
time, yeah.
So I
You
like,
supposed to have the
But
blood?
see, that was the problem. That was a communication issue. Bucky had so much faith in Sam.
He did.
And
Too
he's
much
like,
faith in
yes,
Sam.
and he's like,
Mhm.
if you ain't good enough, then I ain't good enough.
Yeah.
And that's not the case.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They both had their own issues.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry. Go
No,
ahead.
you're right.
No,
Yeah,
you're
you're
good.
right. Mhm.
You know the female soldiers,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Wakandans.
Yeah, man.
Wakanda.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, Chief thought he was. Chief thought he was
Thought he
fitting to
was
play.
fitting to play.
He thought he was fitting to play.
Yeah.
And
Them
then
girls was like,
no.
the way
Not
Sam
today,
and
boo.
not today.
and Bucky was like, damn.
Yeah.
Like, why he about to catch
They
this
about to
work?
We gotta fight
Yeah.
them like man.
Baron, as he was talking.
they don't play.
Yeah, no.
The Dora Milaje ain't no horse,
They-
bitch.
they-
Right. Their name rings bells in the Marvel universe.
Their names rings bells,
Yeah.
boy.
Showing up.
And the
And
fact
they don't
that
got
Bucky
no
thought he was
superpowers.
gonna fight them,
No,
Yes.
the superpower is
No superpower.
his arm comes from their country,
Shoot.
and you
Bucky-
think he's gonna fight
Bucky
them?
was
with
like,
that
he was
arm
trying to
in
like
their-
de-escalate.
Did you
Right.
see what he did? Did you see what she
Cut that
did?
arm off.
De-escalate these
The
things.
arm came off.
Dude, she was like, she did like the passcode and shit just popped off.
Fell off.
Damn, now I ain't got no arm.
Bro, she just took the whole
I should have
arm.
not been
The
involved.
passcode
with
said 2 words.
Exactly.
He was just standing there like, oh,
Damn.
It was like a drug call. Like she pulled the thumb and pulled the pinky and pulled on the other and the arm just popped off. Twist the wrist, see what
He knew he should have been involved with that shit.
Sam gonna look at him like, yo, did you know they could do that?
I feel like he knew that they were. He was trying to de-escalate, like, "Hey, come on,
He
guys."
was.
Come on, guys.
No,
Let's
no.
not.
Yeah.
It's not no
No.
hold hands and sing kumbaya. Not today.
But he also
showing
knew
up with a
by
purpose.
releasing Byrne from prison, he
They
knew
was
they was
coming.
going to come.
Yeah.
He knew they was
Yeah.
They
coming.
knew. That was part of it.
I think he like said it at one point.
Yeah.
Like, I'm unleashing some real shit right
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
My
Yeah.
favorite character.
Come on, we took them all.
You like that girl? The redhead.
The redhead girl, the leader of the.
Y'all know I
charity.
love gingers. But
She,
no.
she was good at acting. I thought she acted well in there.
She did. I don't think I have one, to be honest, and I don't mean that as I loved everybody the same.
Yeah.
It just was like,
Okay.
Also,
everybody did great.
I also like Patriot. He was in it too. So he's the grandson of Elijah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
But that goes back to like the character, like you said, the world building, and it's like these side characters who are important elsewhere are now coming to light.
When it comes to world building,
You
nobody
can
does it like
tell-
Marvel.
You can tell that Disney cares and that they have staff who are geeks.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Because I think a lot of times when we talk about that difference between Marvel and DC,
That
Mm-hmm.
actually
They
read the
respect
comic
stuff.
books.
Like
Yeah.
DC tries to make, but it's like you obviously don't have the right people
Yeah.
that's
What
telling you, hey,
I
don't
don't
do
think
that.
that's Disney though.
respect
I
the
think that's
fans.
Marvel.
They said most of their
Yeah.
writers are writers.
Yeah, that's
In the
Marvel.
comics.
Yeah.
So-
They let them.
like they
It's Kevin.
know
It's all
their
Kevin. Good
stuff.
job, Kevin. You doing
Yes,
great.
yes.
Don't
I was
you
about to
stop,
say
Kevin.
Yes.
the
Good
credit
job,
really
guys.
goes to Marvel.
Yeah.
But Disney allowing them to be
Be
Marvel is the
right.
part that's
That's
like,
what I mean. Like, it's
Disney,
like-
just to like give them credit for like even Star Wars. Like they acquire these licenses and be like, we know this works, so let's
Right.
support them.
Right.
Give them the money to have
Yeah.
Lucasfilms make all this shit look amazing.
Right.
Give them the money to have the best writers, the best directors.
They don't
The
come in
best
and say
writers
we're
and
going to do it
directors
this way.
who
They
are
still
into
letting them.
this.
Mm-hmm.
Not the best writers and directors who just want to make it seem
Yeah.
like what
Yeah.
what they might want, as opposed to having actual writers who are.
So I was
And
reading
it's funny, it's
something-
not even what
I was
they
reading
want. It's
something
like
the other
even what
day.
the fans want. It's like
Yeah.
everyone
And
goes
not
to see the movie
right, not just what the
because
fans
of the
want.
They do
comics.
not mind giving us a fan service.
Right.
So I was reading something the other day. They was
Look
talking
what happened with
about,
Sonic.
Deadpool.
Yeah.
And they was like, should they keep Deadpool rated R? And they like, Disney,
Yes,
no.
Yes.
They made money with the first
Yes.
Deadpools. Let's keep this
Let's
rated
not
R. It's
change any
not
of it.
broken.
Yeah.
Nope.
Deadpool's a rated R character.
They know the
Absolutely.
history, they know the storylines, they know all of
The
the
thing
things.
is,
They
though, I
care
think
about the
it's-
fans and the writers.
Once Deadpool comes to the platform, though, it's going to be heavily edited.
Mhm.
Because even though they allowing the movie to be made in theaters or whatever, and they're probably going to release the DVDs or whatever, but when it's just going to be streamed on Disney,
Disney Plus, you think so?
Yes.
You
Because
definitely-
it is
let
still
everybody know
it's
this
still
is
the
rated
platform.
R.
But
Like
you
it's still the platform.
look, you definitely got to pay that premium.
Well, they'll
That-
definitely
yeah.
they'll definitely probably make two versions. Didn't they do
Yeah.
that before though?
Yeah,
Make two versions like
Christmas.
they had a
Deadpool
PG
Christmas.
episode.
Is that on the platform? That on Disney Plus?
I didn't see it on there.
Yeah, I think I saw it on like
But it did.
Netflix
It's like,
or
but
something
that's the
like
one
that.
with Fred Savage in it,
Yeah.
and they like kind of anything that's like bloody, they kind of like have him and Fred Savage going back and forth. Then it cuts to another scene.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
cute.
it's pretty
I
cool.
didn't see it.
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
Lean
Just
Boy.
Make two
put
versions,
explicit
rated
on
R
the-
and PG
on
version.
the
I just
picture.
don't think they're gonna have explicit content on Disney Plus at
At
all.
all.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll let it go to another platform.
Yeah.
They still own it, but you know it'll be
Yeah.
on something else.
But again, like I said,
Disney
just
give
right
us
there.
Disney
You have
give us
two
the
characters.
Disney plus 0.2 for like adults.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to pay
No.
more money. So don't
No.
give
I'm right.
No.
No idea.
No.
Don't give them no idea.
I'm not paying
They got enough money.
Exactly.
Another
No.
damn
But
subscription.
just like I said, just like that, you got two characters from Young Avengers from two shows already.
Mm-hmm.
You got the son from Wanda, and then you got Patriot from yeah.
world building is like
Yes.
fucking crazy.
They are just
It's
they're doing
amazing.
great, man.
Who's your favorite storyline? We know that like Sam has this whole extra storyline with his sister and selling the
Yeah.
boat and all that shit. I found that
I find it
unbelievably
boring.
Isaiah,
underwhelming.
the only one who had the extra, not because it was a, like I said, one that built on the character, but then also him saying what was going on even after,
Yeah.
like the rest of his life, like not just what happened when he was
He
there,
wasn't just a superhero.
but you know what I mean, like what happened. They literally
Being
came
taken
in
away from his home.
Yeah, I agree.
You know,
Loss
like-
of his wife.
Yeah.
And
that.
They took his whole life away.
Yeah. I'm gonna say my favorite storyline is it just took my time.
Take your
Fuck
time.
me.
What character?
The Russians.
bearing stuff too.
The Russians. Where the babies that got the superpowers after the fact?
The so-called terrorists. The
I take
super-
that back. Not Superman. Not Captain America. I'm gonna edit this heavily. What's his name?
Bucky,
No, the bad guy.
U.S. agent.
U.S. agent. I'm gonna tell you why U.S. Agent is my favorite storyline, because he came into it with good intentions.
I don't know what you're talking about.
The main villain, the one that's now Captain America.
I be forgetting about his ass. I do too. Why did I forget about his ass? Go ahead.
She didn't like him enough.
I'm sorry.
He didn't care for him enough.
So listen, we watched the show together, you know, of course, and
Lord have mercy.
Chris is off top like, nah, fuck that nigga. Like from the
I
jump,
didn't like
he
him.
didn't like
I
him.
didn't like him.
But I'm like, give him a chance.
No, he walked up to the podium. I was like,
there's nothing wrong with him. He's okay.
He's doing a great job.
He
He
was
was doing the job he was supposed to do.
He did
was
trash.
He made you hate him, and he
I
did
give him a
great.
chance.
He
As
did.
an actor,
He
great.
did so
He
good.
did.
The actor got death
And
threats
that's
in
why I
real
got
life.
mad.
Like,
That's why I
he
got
did
mad
so
respect
damn
for him
good.
because he's one of those people you love to hate.
He
Yeah.
was. He did
And
a
I
great
think
job.
that's why it's my favorite arc. It's like, okay, I started off like, what the fuck? I didn't hate him. I'm just like, why did they do this?
Yeah.
We already had like a Captain America. We don't need a new one.
When I
Like,
first saw him, I
understand
was like, oh, Kurt Russell's son.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah. And the show was going on, I'm like, oh, shit. Oh, shit. Oh,
Yeah, man.
I don't like Kurt Russell's son, though. Damn.
Yeah, man.
But you gotta remember the acting.
But then once they started saying he started getting death threats and stuff, I'm like, oh no, it's not that serious. Like that.
You don't like the character.
He's an awesome ass actor.
That's how it's
To
supposed
that
to be.
point.
That's the same thing that happened with Joffrey, man. Like
Yeah.
great
Yep.
actors
Yeah.
create these great characters, and you hate to love
You
them.
hate
Yeah. Yeah,
Dude, just like the dude in Titanic. You hated him. You wanted Leo to win.
you
Yeah.
did.
But you hated that guy.
Take his bitch, yo.
Exactly. Yo, you drew the fuck out of her, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
I'm saying that I like that I didn't instinctually hate him.
Yeah.
You told me where the
I
character
did.
was going.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay,
I know it, man.
let's
I
let
know
it
it.
build. Let's let it get there. People didn't like him from the first episode of him.
They didn't like
show
how
him
he
Captain
looked.
America.
I
Yeah.
didn't like how
Like
he,
I feel like
yeah.
if they didn't make him a Captain America, no one would have hated him.
Well, that was
Like,
the
if they
story.
made
That was the point.
Yeah, the
Right.
point. that-
Yeah, but I'm like saying you could have gave him the shield, but you didn't have to call him Captain America.
Yeah, that too. It was they was playing with us. They-
Yeah.
but I was trying to give him a chance. And then like over the shows, Chris was like, yo, he being passive aggressive. And I'm like,
Yep.
I don't think he's that bad. He's like, nah, fuck him. He know what he's saying. And I'm like,
I'm sorry,
that's
man.
man shit.
I
That was
get
so
mad.
like,
Chris was so optimistic, yo.
Poor guy.
it was like man, like passive aggressive. I'm like, he's just being like, you know.
No, he was being a dick.
When they were they was down on Baltimore Street, hey, and they were leaving the precinct or whatever, and they were standing outside, and he said something to them. And Chris was like, "Yo, fuck that nigga!" Like in the middle,
He
like,
did.
he
That's
pointed
one
on
thing.
TV.
That's the part where I was also
He
like,
was flicking the damn
what's
police
that about?
lights.
He was being disrespectful.
Yes.
He
He was, and
Yes.
that's when I was like, I don't like that.
Yes. He
And
did
that's why I was
great.
like,
He did great, man.
I don't like
so
that.
once he became full on evil and like bashed that dude's hit him with the shield,
Yeah.
that's when I was like, yup. But I needed the build. I didn't come in just mad. So I like the arc of him
Yeah.
like coming in like with good intention. The Boy Scout. He was he was a veteran. I was like, I liked it at first.
Yeah.
And then
But
as it
also,
went, he got
once he took that
worse and worse.
the serum too.
and that made him so evil.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know,
It just,
I liked his arc as an overall. Yeah, that was my favorite arc.
yeah, I agree.
I mean, you know, we kept the show. Yeah.
Anything with Zemo.
Yeah.
Anything with Zemo. That was.
Yo, Zemo was dancing his ass off in the club.
In the club, he was just
Yeah,
chilling,
was
like-
They loved it.
Yeah,
They loved
Like
it.
then when they locked him up to the thing and everything, my man
Yeah.
just chilling like,
dude.
I'm stuck here now.
Yeah.
alright, whatever.
Yeah, man. Look, I'm gonna get out. Don't worry.
Then even once they locked him up, when the dude blew the people, like, I still got control of this shit.
Yeah,
like,
man.
I'm in prison and I still got control of this
I'm
shit.
a damn baron.
I'm a baron.
Right.
Which did that even matter anymore? All that?
Being a baron.
Baron,
Remember we was talking
lady.
about King. Who was we talking about kingdoms with? Was it one of us?
I mean, they had titles.
sure.
They said their titles,
Yeah,
but like,
I'm sure in other
who
countries.
they are.
Yeah.
So I saw a commercial,
Okay.
just off topic.
Okay.
We can buy a piece of land in Scotland. It can be a small piece, like something this big. We only spend like $30-$40, and we can become lords and ladies.
Nigga, I want to be a lord. I want to be a lady so bad.
Like it's a real thing.
I'm
It-
such a lady.
It was a TV.
such
It was
a
a TV
fucking
commercial.
lady.
You can buy a small piece of land for a tiny price, and you can become a lord or a lady.
I'm gonna look at it. 'Cause, you know, I'm looking at land in Ghana.
Do you
and
get
I'm
dual
looking
dual citizenship?
It didn't go
I
into
like
that,
too.
but it just said you can become a
Because
lord
you
or
can
a
be
lady.
knighted for like anything now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. It's so. That's what I
easy,
mean.
yeah.
Like
None of it means anything anymore.
I don't mean.
I
I'm sorry. I
like
didn't mean to
the-
get
I
us
like
on
the sound of
topic.
it.
Yeah, sorry,
You
back
wanna
on
be a
top.
lord?
Lord Geeky of Over West. I like it.
Oh, West.
It's got a good ring to it. I like it.
Okay, I think we have next is the least favorite character. Did we already say that?
My least favorite character was this one. Her name
The girl that's in
the
she's in the Captain America movies. The
No,
one.
her.
Yeah.
I couldn't. Yeah, that was stupid.
The girl from
the
Revenge.
agent. The agent.
We didn't need
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I didn't need it.
We didn't need that.
Didn't need
Like
It was just extra.
I liked when they was in that little island or whatever, and
Yeah.
but then it comes out to find out that she's the main leader. Like, so she's actually the bad guy the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
And then you
It was
come
unnecessary.
back to be
It was just like
reinstated as
at
the
the
agent.
end. It was something they just
And then
plugged
it's like,
in.
okay, I'm ready to sell these secrets. You just got reinstated. You ready to sell the secrets?
Yeah.
Like, damn.
Yeah.
But didn't she do that because the government screwed her over?
Yeah, I didn't mind that. I didn't mind her becoming
I didn't mind
like
her
the
presence.
It didn't
I
help
mean,
the
story.
at the end, I didn't,
yeah.
they didn't
She
need
was
that.
unnecessary.
Right.
But that part of it, where her selling them, like, hey, I'm somebody now. I can sell weapons.
Yeah.
That's
Like, I feel like they just wanted, they plugged her in just for the fact it's like when she was in the movie, she just randomly, poof, like, just, she didn't disappear. She was just gone. It's like,
You're right. Like she was in
like,
the
what
Captain
happened
America
to
movie, and
her?
then she just
Like,
like
she
not
didn't
in
get
Captain
killed
America
off,
movie.
and she
Yeah.
didn't
Was she in the
disappear.
show? I don't think she was in the show.
No, she was in the movie.
Only okay.
But then they just brung her into.
It was
Falcon and
random.
Winter-
Pretty much,
yeah.
she seemed like she disappeared after
That movie.
the Winter Soldier movie.
Mm-hmm.
And you
And we
never
never
knew
saw
what
her.
happened
and
to
then,
her.
and then
Oh, and then that's when they found
then the
her
Winter
in
Soldiers
that
is pretty much
little-
saying
When they
she
brought her
went
back.
Or
to
whatever.
this island or whatever,
And the reason why.
and pretty much took control.
Yeah. That's pretty much.
Well, became the dealer. Was it the dealer?
The dealer.
Yeah, became
The
the dealer.
broker.
The broker.
broker. Yeah.
Any other least favorites? Least favorite?
She wasn't my least, but she was a little annoying.
The redheaded girl.
Carly, yeah.
Yeah.
She was a little annoying.
I really liked her, but I,
I
wouldn't
liked
say
her.
she was my favorite or my worst favorite.
Yeah, she just was a
I don't
person.
think I had a
She
least
did.
Yeah,
favorite.
I like
She
it.
played the part.
Least favorite character was the Baltimore police officer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably my
See
least
that.
favorite character.
Why?
They-
Because
they
he
played
acted
truth-
the
truth
role?
to power.
Yes. Because
They acted like what
They
they did.
acted like what they did.
yes, and that was accurate. He
And
played the
not
role
all of
great.
them. Not all of them.
Yes, he
Not
played the
all
role
of
great.
them.
Just it was like, damn,
But-
like that reflects this whole
Yeah.
city.
I mean, but like that does reflect this.
Yeah, man. All right, man. What else you got?
It's getting better.
So two guys can't argue in the middle of the street. They weren't even arguing. They was talking.
Not a political.
Just talking.
Not a political
What else?
party.
But like, yeah, that is a part of like Baltimore, and it's a part of like our something that's known for
And
Baltimore is like,
society
you
as well
know,
right now. That was,
yeah,
you know,
and it's like,
bringing it to life.
do you think it was what word am I looking for? Like they intentionally like. So a couple years ago, every movie was about a young black boy getting killed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like you're playing to our traumas rather than like talking about it, because Sam does acknowledge that type of stuff before that moment.
Right.
He's like, "Hey, yeah,
Yeah.
America don't want no black Captain
That's what
America."
he said.
They like
Right.
they do it. We didn't need that actual moment in the show. Is that why I was like, "What the fuck?" Or you just think like, "Hey,
No, I
that's
think,
cops in
I think
Baltimore."
that they did a good job of making that reality. Not saying
Yeah.
reality, but reality. You in Baltimore, you in South Baltimore,
Yeah.
and like you probably gonna get some,
Yeah.
some,
Yeah,
some
that's
and
what I thought.
You see a white guy and a black guy talking, and they go to the white guys.
The
Their
moment the
problem,
voice-
sir.
okay?
You
Yeah.
okay?
You okay?
Like-
Yeah, it's like real. That's
But
really how it happened.
Oh,
And a
the
lot of
thing-
times because they think they down there looking for drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the
That's
thing
why
about
they-
it is,
Why you
when,
even
if
there?
you watch the
Why
show, in
you
the
here,
show,
white guy? Like,
every incident that Sam had to deal with was proving you that even though he had this status of like
He's
a,
somebody.
of a Tony
Yep.
Stark
Yep.
He's a
or
black man
An
first.
Avenger.
yes,
He's
he's
a black
black
man
first.
first.
He couldn't get the loan. They were harassing him with the police.
The fact that that nigga was in the office like, "Oh shoot, you the Falcon."
Yes.
We still can't give you this
Yes. They were calling him Black Falcon.
Black Falcon. The black people.
I
call
love
Black Falcon.
that. I love
I
that.
wish he would go by Black Falcon.
Yeah.
Black Falcon.
They were calling him Black Falcon.
Just Falcon. Nah, nigga, you Black Falcon.
We were taking claim to him like, yo, you
Yeah.
one of us.
You
You,
one of
Black
us.
Falcon.
You are
Black
Black
Falcon.
Falcon.
Ain't
You are our
ain't no other
Falcon.
Falcons,
Yeah.
but you the Black
Ain't no
Falcon.
other Falcon. No, ain't no other Falcon. But I'm just making sure you
Exactly.
understand that you the black one.
You the black one.
Just in
I wish
case there's
Sam would
another
have
one.
embraced that more.
And he the white Falcon. He the White Panther.
Yeah, it was
Exactly. It was great. It was great.
I wish Sam would have embraced it that more for real.
Yeah.
I mean, he said what he said.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, and there's only one me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But he is claiming that
like,
black Captain America though.
Yeah.
Yeah, black cat.
Black
Black
cat.
black cat. Black cat. We have acting on this show.
Again, why Russell?
Yeah,
Because he acted to the
was
point where
them-
people
want to
actually
kill
hated
him.
him.
I think we can universally
Like,
agree with
I
that.
mean, all the acting was good. Nothing was.
well, all the acting was
Yeah.
pretty decent.
I
though,
was,
yeah.
yeah, man. Yeah. Even
Kirk-
Elijah cried his heart out.
I'm not
man.
saying
Yeah,
Elijah.
he did.
Yep,
They were probably my
Oh,
two.
yeah.
They are
You
they
felt
were
that
they were
anger.
two that probably were above
Stood out.
everybody else.
Yeah,
Like,
man.
Well, he's been acting for a year.
He has.
And
And
he
it was,
voiced a lot of characters that I did not know.
I looked it up and I was like, wait, I've seen this man my whole life. Like, you know, I didn't even realize it.
It never registered.
Yeah. He's like an uncle.
He's my Martian Manhunter.
Yeah.
I don't know what I do without him.
Okay, and then we can go into Loki if we want to. Or do we want to wait for Loki, considering Loki is like the most current?
Hell no, let's play.
Let's play. Loki.
Yeah.
Okay, so Loki's everything. Before we even talk about Loki the show, I've gone hard for Loki since the first story.
Yes,
like I've always gone hard. Like I'm like, he's been my baby. The actor now, Thomas Middleditch, can do any fucking thing. I'm like, yep. What is he now? It doesn't matter. He's my Loki. I've always gone hard for him. So like when I heard he was getting the show and not a movie, because I wanted him to get a movie. I'm like, he's definitely carrying most of the Thor movies. Like I watched them for Loki more for Thor. I watched the movies for Loki more than Thor though.
I watched them for both.
People were very upset when the character died in the end.
Oh my god!
I was.
Yeah.
I think I actually shed a
I thought it was a whole trick. I'm like, you got to bring him back some way, shape, or form.
I think I shed an actual tear. Like,
and that Infinity
oh my god!
Endgame duo, like people were like, oh my goodness!
Look,
it was horrible.
I was more upset that they killed off Loki than the Hulk. Especially the way they did the Hulk. I'm like, I'd rather see you go the way they did the Hulk. I wanted Loki to stay. That's how bad.
Look at me trying to remember the Hulk being dead.
You don't remember? You don't remember when Thanos threw them hands?
Oh, okay. You mean like the character was still there, but the Hulk himself was internalized. Okay, I must say I don't know. They actually killed him.
They could have killed Thor for me.
You feel me?
Hey,
I wanted Loki.
Hey, don't do that.
Sorry,
Don't do that.
I like that when he choked him, he turned blue. I like that.
You like
because
what?
that's like his actual skin color too. So it's like,
oh yeah, because he's a frost giant.
Yeah, he's a frost giant.
I my heart like
you know what?
actually,
I wish
I'm
they
being
would have
in the
brought that
audience
out
like
more.
yelling.
His side.
Like, oh man, yeah. I was so upset, like real, like ugly cry.
I was actually more upset about Loki. Don't yell at me than Spider-Man.
I don't know.
I love Spider-Man.
I actually laughed.
Awesome.
But then just because everyone in the movie was crying.
Tom, I love you, man. We're friends.
Yeah, I love that guy.
I think you.
No,
I'm just saying.
No, the fact that when he goes up to Tony, he's like, I don't want to go, and he's like,
I'm
sorry. When y'all was crying, and I'm not just talking about the females.
Yes.
I am talking about
everybody was crying.
I was laughing.
Remember, Justice was like making noise crying.
She was upset. She was upset.
That's a child.
He's a child.
As hard as I go for Loki, I think I probably did was more emotionally impacted by Spider-Man because he is a child. This man killed a child, and he felt himself dying.
He felt it.
He was like, wait,
because you got to think about it. No one else could feel it.
Mrs. Stark, we was like, oh my god.
No one else could feel it.
They probably could have turned it down a little bit. That was fucking too much.
No.
He come back months later, and he said he ad-libbed that.
Yes.
When you found out that the actor did that,
like he ad-libbed it.
Him and Tony.
Like
because you got to understand, Spider-Man's the way it is explained is that Spider-Man's Spidey sense senses danger.
Yeah.
So once his body was leaving,
nigga, I'm getting emotional.
he felt it. No one else could feel it. He felt like something is wrong with my body. Him,
Mr. Stark,
something is wrong.
Yes.
I don't
know. No one else could feel it. Everybody else was just kind of gone.
Yeah, Loki, but that, yeah.
I'm getting emotional now thinking about watching that child feel himself dying. It was too much for me.
That's why I do like kids in movies. I like young people.
Look, man.
But Loki, the thing about teenagers, not Loki the Spider-Man, the thing about teenagers, they're still
kids,
full people. You know, not kids, they're kids, but they're adults. You know, they can communicate things. Children in movies to me usually get on my nerves because they can't communicate things. For some reason, my own kids get on my nerves. I'm like, what is wrong? I don't know. Shit, well, go stand later. Where he was able to say, I think I'm fucking dying. Back to Loki though.
Yes.
Loki's death hit me hard before we even get to the show. His death hit me hard in the movie. Yeah. And it's like he carried even all of the movies for me. So but that character being gone was like, oh my god, what they gonna do now? I want him to have his own movie. Yeah. And then you was telling me hey, no, they're getting a TV show. I'm like, okay, I guess.
I don't know. We're going to have a show.
Another credit to the actor. I was reading this a couple of days ago. In the first Avengers, when he's like talking to the Hulk or whatever,
yes,
and he falls.
That was ad-lib.
Yeah, he was like, they didn't know what to do, so he told the crew
I am your
to tie a
ruler.
rope to his leg,
and just fling him around.
and they said, tie a rope to my leg, and I'm gonna just talk. And just pull the rope when you're ready. So he didn't know when it was coming. So the reaction on his face and everything, because he didn't know at what point they was going to yank him down. So like that was all.
About to look for it. No. I was about to say I think he's producing the show.
That'd be dope.
Oh wow.
Tom Hiddleston is part of the production. Like he's one of like the main niggas that's producing the show. You can tell. He has good instincts for Loki. Like he's become Loki
because that's his character. Like,
that's his character.
Nobody else can play Loki for me.
Nobody else can ever play Loki. If Loki dies, that's it for Loki.
That's it.
Like how we talk about like replacing Chadwick. I think that they should though. I think they should replace Chadwick.
But they said they're going to do the Black Panther.
Shuri, but like I think that they should replace the Black Panther. Like,
I mean,
they
can.
Yeah,
right. Replace the Black Panther, but not replace T'Challa. You know what I mean? Like, yes,
a different iteration of the Black
Panther because it's a continuation.
I think the problem is that they would get so far away from the comics, though.
The thing is, well, in the comics,
it's
eventually
Shuri.
it becomes Shuri, but then
it's not like another nigga.
Yeah, it's not another guy. But what you can do, at least what I've been hearing, is that the plan is to bring Michael B. Jordan back.
Yes,
have him come back and have him and Shuri have a relationship in which they build upon them.
That brother-daughter relationship.
Bringing back the Black Panther.
So he might become the Black Panther.
Yeah.
We shall see.
Yeah.
But yeah, Loki is my man.
There's many actors. There's tons of black actors out there that I think could fit the role.
I do too.
So,
the reason I think that they should replace the Black Panther in general, so like even the way you're saying it, or replace T'Challa.
A new one.
What you're saying, or what I'm saying.
A reboot.
I think that we didn't get enough time with the Black Panther, and it was very important for our culture, not just us as in black people, but like American culture, to see this like king in his royalness. I think it was very important.
It hurt when he died too.
It did.
Oh yeah.
It did.
Both,
it did.
you know.
It did. On the movie and then when he came out the hole, we was like,
I was with it.
Bombay. Wakanda forever. He was in the theater yelling that shit. Don't point at nothing to do with any of that.
Yes. It's still a thing.
Yes. It ain't going nowhere, man.
The difference is, I don't think that they should do that with Loki because Loki has been there the entire time. We've had time with them. We've built with them. Yeah. The characters changed and did this, and he was just a mischief guy, and then he was like became like someone important. He was a good guy at one point.
Like he owns that character.
Yeah, like
same way which comes.
They can't
Tony
replace
Stark.
Loki. Yeah,
Tony Stark
they can't replace
be
Tony.
By nobody else right.
Even if they bring Brie in and do that storyline, they're not replacing Tony.
Right.
I feel like they could replace.
He embodied that character.
Yeah. We can get into the show now, right? I guess.
Yeah.
We come to the movie. We got him. He's there the whole time. He died in the second in Endgame, and it broke our hearts. As for the TV show, anybody wanna do the Napsis? Want me to do Napsis?
Yeah, you want to.
I can do Napsis. So
let Jerome do this one.
Okay, Jerome, you can do Napsis.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So Loki. So pretty much time travel.
I love time.
That's all. Time travel.
It's like my favorite thing.
So therefore, time travel.
It's my favorite thing.
Pretty much,
time
is broken when he takes the Tesseract from Endgame, where they're traveling back in time, and Loki. Last time you see him grab the Tesseract, boom, he's gone. That's last time you see him in the movie. Pops up the show, boom, he pops up the Tesseract. Hey, you done broke the timeline. Come with us.
Oh man, messing with time.
So TVA, kind of like the time police. Yep. They snatch him up, bring him in. Hey, you're a variant. He's not a variant now. They're trying to figure it out. Hey, there's more than one of you. We need your help to
fix the time.
Because you're killing our people. We need your help to fix the time.
Loki has a whole bunch of different Lokis that just basically it's the central timeline. I'm sure it's another name for it. I can't remember it. Like the massive timeline that everybody's supposed to be on, and then
the supreme timeline.
Supreme time. Then all these Lokis just be appearing,
be doing everything.
and they create nexus events, which means deviating from the central timeline. And
deviating from
the
their
TVA
life's
goes
plan
and stops
bring
them
in,
because
resets their timeline, bring them in, and the show just goes from there.
It's a whole lot of
like it's a whole lot of Loki.
It's Marvel doing Doctor Who and the one with Jet Li.
There you go.
For real though, it's literally
very
that.
much like the one.
It's the one. It's Doctor Who. It's probably a whole bunch of stuff. It's Umbrella Academy. It's like all the shows that mess with time, or like just can only be one. It's this movie. It's a show. But go ahead. You had any more to put?
I know. That's
Sylvie,
about it. That's
Sylvie,
right now. Time travel.
They kill. They try to take out all the other Lokis, whatever. But Sylvie is a Loki who is gaming the TVA. She's like tricking the TVA to come to where she is, so that she can kidnap TVA agents. And she can reset the timeline because she's still on that little time.
She wants to destroy the whole timeline and take over the.
And she wants to be the Time Lord.
Yeah, take over the Time Keepers.
The Time Lords so that she can kill them.
There's apparently 3 of them for some reason.
It's apparently 3 Time Lords.
Did we say? Are we doing a spoiler now?
We're doing spoilers for Loki because we haven't seen the last episode. Next week is the last episode, so we can talk freely.
Okay.
Cool. Because it's not, it's not over yet.
Yeah. They did all that to get to him, and it wasn't even a thing.
It wasn't even a damn thing.
Exactly.
My phone died, so I can't ask a question. We can just kind of talk.
They were great animatronics.
You said who's the best? Who's your best?
Who's your favorite character?
Owen Wilson.
Really?
Yes.
Your daughter.
He had so many opportunities in that whole show to be like, wow.
Yeah.
And he didn't take them.
He was determined not to say wow.
I see.
He like
He should have did it, man.
every show
did
he
it.
always do
it.
He's like,
He doesn't say why. He says how.
But he had so many opportunities, though. He said so many opportunities.
Your daughter
Get that man a jet ski.
is so upset. Every time she happened to be walking by me watching it, she's like, why does Owen Wilson look like that? I'm like, baby, he's old now. He's like white hair. And she's like, I don't like it.
I don't like the fact that he's like an adult.
Like he's old now.
That blonde.
But to me,
I
I have a thing for as men get older, I like gray hair.
Yeah, it's like nice.
So I'll be like, ooh, look at Owen Wilson.
He's no longer like
old man over.
Something. You know, we know the Owen,
the blonde hair surfer looking guy, but like he's mature now.
But he's now an older guy. So let's allow him to embrace that.
So what do you like about Mobius?
What do I like about him? I like that we talked about that arch thing of how you begin where you're the paper pusher and you're here for
come and do your job,
this job and whatever, and then in the end you literally running around.
You with it? You with the shit?
End of time, trying to like in a piece of car, trying to like
trying to save shit,
trying to save a Loki, like
trying to save other Lokis. You know,
my favorite character is the TA agent, the black one, the thick girl.
Oh, my girl from Lovecraft.
I like her.
B-15.
B-15. I like her.
Cause she's about her.
She's a great arch as well.
She's about her shit.
Yeah.
She's about her job.
I loved how she carried Loki in the beginning. That shit was hilarious.
She had no time for shenanigans.
I love how when she met the other variant,
Sylvie,
how she carried it, because she was like, oh, you got me. She remembered stuff, and the minute she remembered something, she didn't go back to what they were saying. She went back. She started questioning things. She went in to look for answers. Then she ended up helping. So
black women, black women, we smart. We asked the right question. We're gonna get shit to where it's supposed to be.
She didn't take nothing at face value.
She didn't.
Well, of course Loki, but that's everybody's.
Yeah,
but
outside Loki,
this current episode, the last episode, old Loki.
Old Loki is my man.
Glorious purpose. I love him.
Oh man,
I love him.
He got him out of the out of that cave too.
He did. With like projecting those other guys.
Especially when he told him about Endgame, when he was like, my projections is so strong it even fooled the Mad Titan. Letting you know that Loki
this is probably the same Loki, but is that
Loki,
a thing on this show? Like that could be the same person?
Different timeline.
Yeah.
So this Loki survived.
And he hid out.
He hid out.
And then if you show the scene and it's him, like if you look at it again, you can see a character moving, and that's the YouTube. With like that's old Loki throwing himself, like what we see in the movie is actually old Loki, not the Loki that we're following on the show.
Because the Loki from the show is from the first Avengers, so he didn't get all that time building and all that stuff. So, alligator Loki.
Go man.
Alligator Loki.
He was hilarious.
First of all, my man had a lot of things to say. If he could talk, he'd be like, poor alligator Loki. We don't understand him.
My favorite probably was probably Kid Loki, because like I'm telling you,
he killed Thor. I want to know more about that.
There has to be some type of
So
why are you here?
I need a YouTube series.
So this is the fan theory. In the movie, Thor talks about a time when Loki scared him
with the snake.
He dresses up as a snake. He turns himself into a snake.
I do remember that.
Thor likes snakes. Thor picks the snake up. Snake turns into Loki. Loki stabs him.
Oh, stabbed him. Yeah.
That's how. At least that's the fan theory that in that universe,
Loki
actually killed him.
Oh wow.
So that's the fan theory.
That's how you feel about my baby.
Yeah, like I said, I like Kid Loki because it's accurate to the books, and two, I'm enjoying the whole behind the scenes of the Young Avengers.
Yeah,
I'm liking that.
All the characters are coming from show to show.
Yes, yes. So that's my thing. I'm hoping that. Look, man, make it a thing. Make it a thing so I can watch it. You already got my money. Fuck it.
Give me the things I want.
Yes.
Outside of Loki, of course, I want to say my favorite character is probably the President Loki. We only got like that one scene with him. Yeah. But like, I can imagine. Maybe I'm just creating it in my mind. Yeah. I'm creating like President Loki. And it's like, this nigga's probably up to some bullshit. He got shenanigans. Like how when he took over Odin. Not Odin. What's the daggone?
Asgard.
Yeah. And he's like, he is Odin. And he's like, shenanigans. He's like, do a play of me. And whatever.
Like in the movie.
Like in the movie. Like I can picture him being President Loki. But like on Earth in America, like being a dick.
No, that's accurate to the books.
Okay, I know.
He runs is a series of comics where Loki actually runs for president
of America.
Yes.
Yeah. I can picture it.
Yeah.
So like just getting that little bit of him where he's like being like a mob boss kind of president. Right. And it's like I can picture this going like all the way to love.
It was so funny that all the Lokis just going.
They
Why
all
are we like this? Why are we like this?